Money, 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 money. Look, man, that's one thing these running backs don't got. And I don't mean to make it sound harsh, but I heard running backs ain't getting paid no more. Look, matter of fact, production team, get me right, man.
How you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now? Tell me how you like me now. How you like me?
What's up, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you may be watching this? You may be even watching this on the playback, listening into your car. Why? Because you're day one. We appreciate that. This is the Super Bias Sports Show, a place, literally the only place where a fan can be a fan, no matter how biased their take is. I'm one of your hosts, B-Rob. I'm here with my boys. I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves.
Yo, yo, yo. It's tea time here. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Appreciate y'all.
Is the one, the only, the Bonte, the guru. And I don't got much to say, but yeah. We here!
Yeah, man. We here. Been feel like a long week, right? But yeah, man, we here. And man, the landscape of the NFL is literally starting to heat up. Getting to that point where training camp is starting to become a thing. And actually, the beginning of the thing was this past Monday, where the deadline passed for contract extensions for players that did have the franchise tag. Unfortunately, there's a couple of players that we're going to talk about today that were unable to get a contract extension. And there were some players that actually did get a contract extension, even though they were franchised initially. But even before we get into that, man, how y'all boys doing? What is the forecast? What the weather looking like for y'all teams? Let me know if it's sunny, if it's looking gloomy, or it's already raining with thunder and lightning. Like, let me know.
It's nice, hot, and warm in Dallas, Texas right now. So we good.
Okay.
We good.
It's a, well, what you want to call it? A tsunami, whatever. A volcanic eruption is just not good right now.
I heard them boys got their hazmat suits down over there in New Jersey.
It's just stupid.
I definitely ain't from New York, not with how y'all be handling business. New York men don't handle business the way y'all handling business right now.
Nobody handles business that way, but the Giants.
Oh,
they're gonna feel the wrath on that one.
Yeah. We gonna see. We definitely gonna
see.
The
Raiders.
Yeah.
Well, that's the Raiders, though. We know that.
I mean, they in Vegas, man. Come on now.
But it's the Raiders.
The Raiders. But yeah, man. So appreciate everybody for tuning in on the show tonight. If you are watching this from the recap, make sure you stick along. We got a lot of exciting things that we're gonna talk about. And make sure you guys pop in the comment section, speak your spiel, because we address anything that needs to be addressed. All right. So the bonnet chef of the show, what is looking like for the first thing that's on the menu? Because the skillet is hot, we can get straight to it.
Let's just get straight to it. Let's talk about these contracts and ones that did not get signed. Okay. And obviously, we know who did not get signed was Saquon Barkley. See that man there? You see my picture back here? Free Saquon. Pay them running backs. I don't understand why they don't. And then the Giants are stupid. We have not ever won a Super Bowl without a good, solid, not average, but above average running back. Right now, I had us going, at least 10, 11 wins? We getting like 6, 7 wins now. That's it. We're not making the playoffs now.
Fourth place in the division is going to be scary.
We're going to be down at the bottom in the division because of this stupid move.
So y'all will be in a Caleb Williams sweepstakes, even though y'all just paid Daniel Jones. Is that what you're telling me?
Not Caleb, not that low.
Oh, okay.
Low. We're gonna get like 5, 6 wins. We
Hey,
didn't get like 5,
listen,
6
you said
wins.
low, so I just leave. I'm just trying to see how low you about to go with these expectations. So
Because what we had, 9 wins last year.
yeah,
Saquon was 6 of them.
pretty much.
So -6 for what I was gonna give them 10 to 11. That's 4 or 5 wins.
Yeah, yeah. You know what's crazy
That's
though?
ugly.
What's crazy is it's not just affecting Saquon. It's not just affecting Brandon Jacobs. Even running backs like Derrick Henry chimed in on some things. Christian McCaffrey
Mm-hmm.
already paid, still chimed in because he understands the importance of what a running back means to a team. And honestly, it's like I've said this before on a stream. If you're watching this and you are a parent, don't let your child play running back. As flashy as it may seem, as much looks and highlights it may get when he's young, and you see all these young kids that are being recruited by these colleges at 12 years old and stuff like that. I mean, look at when you get to a certain age, they have to realize that running back is not going to be the wave as far as what the forecast for the league looks like now. If I was to compare it to basketball, when the league made that rule where players coming across the middle couldn't be hit a certain way, bro, that's the same thing as basketball when they took the hand check rule away. And now you see a lot more smaller wide receivers being successful in the league. You have a lot of different quarterbacks being successful in the league. So now you got so many running backs. Wide receivers being successful in the league, and running backs is just taking a hit. So, look, this is not advice, but I'm just putting it out there, man. If you got
them play soccer or baseball.
Yeah, or if they're gonna play football, man, you need if they got wide receivers, trust me, you need corners. Okay, you need corners.
Yeah.
You need corners and safeties, man.
Yo, and you know what I was listening to? One, it's a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Saquon Barkley is the reason Daniel Jones got his money, right?
Yep. Yep.
Pretty much.
And if Saquon don't play, miss $561,000 per game. That's crazy.
The real question is, do y'all think he gonna hold out?
Because what's his next date is right before the season, right? He can't sign it whenever. He got like 2 more chances.
No. He can sign a franchise tag whenever.
Oh.
Yeah. You can sign a franchise tender whenever you want
until the start of the season.
I think up until
week 8. It's like week 8 or week 6.
Yeah. I'm about to say week 8. I think it's week 8.
See, you know what I blame this on? I blame this on the NFL Players Union because of that when they changed it, because the older players was getting upset that the younger players was coming in and making more money. Mm-hmm. So then they rearranged things. Then they put a cap, and then they not only put a cap, then they extended the years.
Yep.
Like they need to put 2 years. You get 2 years to prove yourself, and then your team can sign you back, because this ain't right.
Listen, I told you on another stream, yo, if I'm Bijan Robinson, I'm looking at what's going on. Bro, I'm balling out for 2 years, and I'm holding out. I'm literally holding out. I'm balling out for 2 years, and then I'm holding out. Because if you think about it, what sense do it make? Should I keep playing all this time if y'all just about to, not pay me? By my year 2, by my year 3, my value has already gone down. Mm-hmm. You're already scouting my next replacement because you already know you're going to franchise tag me. And don't let me be a stud. I won't see a second contract, So
and that's correct, because then look at Jacobs, the number 1 running back in the NFL last year from yards from scrimmage.
Can't get a contract, bro. Like these, it's like these are players that are like top. So that means I'm like, at some point, I'm the best player in the league at a specific position, and I still don't get my money? Make it make sense, coach. Like, make it make sense.
Barkley and Jacobs is probably they are in the top 5.
Let me ask you a question, right?
Easy.
Because I was thinking about this. What do you think that the running backs should go on like a little strike,
I'll
like a
say
little
yeah.
or like a little strike?
But the thing is, they will do that, but it won't be all running backs. You know, the running backs that just barely made it or who needs to prove themselves, they're going to play because they want that paycheck.
Exactly. And that's the thing that it's kind of like how like in everyday America, you have like them people who they have value and companies don't want to pay what their value is. So they will come up with systems to train lesser people so that way they can pay them less. And they're going to take the money because they got their families to feed and everything too, which is understandable. And then next thing you know, boom, they're guys making less and putting just as much, if not the same amount of hard work, and then the cycle just continues, So
Yep.
yeah. Nah, I mean, it sucks, but hey, I mean, it's the NFL, right? They're showing us exactly what certain positions mean to certain franchises. Like, if you think about it, between the Raiders and the Giants, these are the teams, and maybe Tennessee Titans if Derrick Henry was up for a contract. These are the teams that are like literally dependent on the guy who's running the ball. Like offense, good part of offense flows through them. And even these teams are not paying these guys. It's an eye opener right there. If I'm B. John, I'm paying attention, bro.
It's sad, man. It's sad. It is.
Don't be a running back.
Don't be a running back.
It's just it's crazy that he just. How do you do that much for a team and then they turn around and tell you we don't really care? Like, that's ultimately what it is.
Literally.
Since we on the topic of Saquon, someone crunched the numbers, and they got, as far as right now, the average salary for a running back in the NFL is $1.8 million, whereas kickers are averaging $2.26 million. Now, mind you, there are
more running backs than
2 to 3 running backs to a team opposed to kickers. So yes, that does factor in, but then it also makes you think like, oh my gosh, like there are running backs out there that's making less than $1 million and probably starting. Like, think about it. Isaiah Pacheco, you get drafted in the 7th round. You're not making $1 million.
Like, no, but his contract will be up. So which baffles me. You draft first round, you're what, 4 years with an option?
Yep.
That's stupid. But then you draft later rounds 3 years? That no, I don't get that. That's stupid to me.
Yo,
definitely is different.
If I'm a stud, man, hire me all the way to the 7th round so I can come in, ball out, get paid in about 2-3 years.
Get paid early, exactly.
Yeah, get me right. Like, get me right, right?
It's wild though, just to look at those numbers. Like, and everybody keeps saying like, "Oh, well, running backs aren't that important anymore," and this and that. But it's like,
what?
How can you say that and then turn around and look at Saquon as he's 40% of the New York Giants offense? Like, how is that not an important position? Like, that to me doesn't make sense. Running backs aren't just taking the ball, hand it off and we running now. Like, they got to catch. They in the passing game. They lining up at the slot position, lining up at receiver.
The best catching running backs. Like, I don't understand it.
Forget that. He's one of the best players in the NFL. Like, at some point, it can't be looked at per position. It needs to be looked at as the value that you hold in the league. And if you rank Saquon, he's not just one of the top running backs in the league, but he's one of the top players in the league. That's crazy to say that he's not worth it, or you're going to give him a franchise tag, play on 1 year, and then we're going to be done with you after that. Like, that's wild. Like, if it's me, if I'm Saquon, just to save face, I'm going to show up to camp. I'm going to do all of that stuff. I'm going to sign it. I'm going to get, because what is it, $10 million, $11 million?
Yeah, that's
yeah. I'm going to get paid. I'm going to play in the first game, and I'm going to give him the same advice that I was doing when it was Lamar. Get hurt, take a hit, I'm out, and that's it. because it's like if he the thing is if he does what Le'Veon Bell did, then he's gonna be looked at like he's selfish, he's not a team player. Then they're gonna further say, well, his value is gonna drop and drop and drop. And it's like, to me, that's not right. You can't treat a player like
And
that.
I'm tired.
Le'Veon Bell never even recovered from that. If you really think about it, like, yeah, he got paid, but his career was never the same after all of that.
No,
it was never the same.
And like B Rob was saying, man, I hate when people. I'm saying, oh, that's the quarterback, not the quarterback, that position value. What?
Yeah.
What? Like,
that's
you
weird.
Gotta be crazy. Yes, the Giants did offer him what was it, like 15 mil last season?
I need to get 16, bro, because the last running back that got 16 was years ago with McCaffrey. I need to at least. That should be my low end.
And then the cap is going up. This would be the time that you will want to
16,
do a deal like this.
And that's 16 per year, though. That's not a $16 million contract.
Right.
That's $16 million per year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Giants offered him 16 mil per year.
No, I think it was 15.
Do y'all think he hold? Because as far as right now, the deadline is week 10. Do he hold out to week 10?
I think he can sign it because that's still millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's
at the end of the day.
That's fines right there, bro.
Every two games that he misses, that's $1 million.
Yeah, just go play.
He's already looking at small millions. So you know, I would sign it.
Only players that got like those endorsements, this wouldn't bother them because they're getting that money outside of the NFL.
Yeah.
Other
than that, it's like. Dang.
That CBA agreement, they need to do something about that.
Yeah, nah, it definitely sucks. But all right, so who's next on the menu? Chef. I heard somebody did get paid. Wasn't on the team that everyone thought that he would go.
Which was crazy, bruh. Crazy. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's because he got that bread. That's why he got that bread for that. But how much Odell Beckham got? Was it 18 mil or 16?
I think like 16 up to 19 with incentives.
So he pretty much got the same thing.
Nah, this is different
because it's a 2-year deal.
Yeah, this is different. There's security with this deal. He has a $26 million contract up to worth 32. He's already getting more money than Odell up front, and then he got the security of 2 years with him. Odell on a 1-year contract. This is a lot better than Odell's money, because who's to say Odell makes that 19 mil?
Right.
He already is above now on a year-by-year spread. Yeah, Odell is going to make more, but that's comparing 1 year to 2. I'd rather have the security.
Nah, for sure.
Because, I mean, who knows if Odell going to get signed next year? Don't let him get injured.
True. But why
that
this
is
team?
True.
I want to ask Hopper why.
That's what my question was about to be like. Why the Titans? It's like.
And I gotta believe it's money.
Why didn't the Titans just keep AJ Brown at this point? Like, you got rid of him for 1 year to go get a slightly cheaper, just as old wide receiver.
Hey, I heard that they could have kept him. The way they did the numbers spread, they could have kept AJ Brown. That was already proven, but I heard that was the GM choice.
That's what I'm saying.
He immediately got fired the next year. Matter of fact, he got fired when AJ Brown went off against the Titans. Went for 200 plus. Like, that was the game plan right there. Embarrass Titans, AJ.
Yeah, I mean, I would have did the same thing.
Facts.
Definitely would have.
See, and this is exactly why I'm always for the players, because teams would just try to get rid of you like yesterday's laundry. Nah.
Like yesterday's laundry.
Yo, I'm trying to find that image where they said this is where wide receivers go to.
Where wide receivers go to die or something like that.
Yeah, it was Julio,
It was Julio, Randy
Moss, and
Andre.
Was it AJ? No, Andre Johnson.
Johnson. Andre Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now D Hop.
Is it gonna be D Hop? But D Hop said, like, I'm not retiring until I can't produce 1,000 yards.
Well, but this is the thing though. So look at this, right? Who's to say he won't have 1,000 yards, right? Because if you think about it, last year, Robert Woods, right? He last year playing for the same Tennessee Titans last year got at least 99 targets, right? Right. So he ended the season with 91 targets. I'm sorry. In the season with 91 targets and 53 receptions, right? With 527 yards, right? So DeAndre Hopkins, right? With a minimum of 91 receptions. Let's say a little bit more, give or take. Last year, he had 717 yards. You mean to tell me that if he goes to Tennessee, say Tennessee throw 107 targets at this guy, with at least getting 96 targets at Arizona last year, where he played after coming off of an suspension.
Yeah, he was what, 7? He came back in 7 games.
He played coming off a suspension. So with a full season with the Titans, he's gonna at least 114. He can get 1,000 yards for certain. For certain.
I have no doubt about it, but it's just why them? Like, he ain't gonna win.
Let me ask you a question then, right? So the Bills couldn't pay him, and the Chiefs couldn't pay him. If you knew those two is out of the question, you got Tennessee Titans, got Patriots. What team give you the best chance of making the playoffs, realistically? Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
Think about it. The defense is coming back. Last year, they missed the playoffs because their defense was, like, not healthy. Defense is coming back. He know he's going to get.
They had no quarterback, too.
Yeah, I mean.
Because he was injured. He was injured like the last
year. Tannehill was injured, right? And then, even then, if Tannehill gets injured, you still got a strong arm with Will Levis, right? He's unproven.
Yeah.
Right, he's unproven, but think about it. I would rather take my chances competing with a Jacksonville than a Miami, Jets, and Buffalo trying to make the playoffs. So I see.
Not wrong.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Definitely makes sense, but I just don't understand why.
I mean,
it's funny though. Look, Dino said, I saw a Twitter post that said D-Hop has the worst 3 unis ever: Houston, Zona, and Tennessee. That's pain. I ain't gonna lie. If Houston wore the Oilers throwback for at least a game with the powder blues, I like the Oilers powder blues better than the Chargers powder blues. So if you even was able to see D-Hop in the Oilers jersey with the powder blues, bro, that'd be so fire. Now that would be fire. But of course, he got packed up in Houston, so that's a dub. So, but yeah, like I said, I like D-Hop chances. I think this bodes well for anybody who has him in fantasy. He's going to get the target share. Like, literally.
The thing is, he's going to be top 10 in wide receivers this year.
I don't know.
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it.
You crazy.
Because he's going to get the targets.
Yeah, but if anything, I got D-Hop approaching 1,200 yards.
Nah, he getting back to top 10.
Top 10. You think he's gonna be top 10?
He getting back there.
And 1,200 yards is a stretch, my boy. Even with 100 targets, D-Hop probably just getting over 1,000 yards. That's how I see it.
But honestly, it's gonna be tough though. I mean, you don't even know who's gonna be the quarterback.
Exactly.
Could be Tannehill, could be Willis, could be Levis. Like, he might be going through a whole quarterback here. So
it might be somebody off the street, because they showed us they will pick somebody off the street to run quarterback.
That's for sure.
As a matter of fact, his quarterback by the end of the season might be Derrick Henry.
He said Derrick.
Listen, Derrick Henry gonna be switching positions too.
Derrick Henry quarterback on Madden is pretty good.
I feel like running backs might be going on strike. Like I feel like something is gonna happen.
It gotta happen. It gotta be enough outbursts by the big dogs.
It's possible though. CMC, Henry, who was the other one? Josh Jacobs, Barkley, like all these dudes. Something gonna happen. But
somebody
AJ Brown cracked top 15 once in Tennessee. Yeah, that's why I'm saying like D-Hop is not gonna be a top 10 wide receiver, but he might approach 1,000 yards if not right before over.
Yeah, I think he'll be exciting.
Somebody just commented, but this is like in a Facebook group when I put the video in there. 2 first-round picks and whatever else we could get for Saquon. I don't see nobody giving up 2 first-round picks.
No.
Bro, he's worth more than 2. He worth more than 2 first round.
But I don't see nobody doing that in the NFL.
Yeah, especially not right now.
Mm-hmm.
Then I mean,
because yes, he could sign and then they could trade him. And then the other team could do what they got to do.
Yeah, but that would mean y'all in tank mode because you're not gonna get no production out y'all backup running backs. And
who is the backup running back?
I don't know.
See,
Tom, Dick, and Harry. I don't know.
Well, yo, look. All right, so look, I got this graphic, this impromptu. Since that boy D-Hop is going to the AFC South, right? Mm-hmm. If you were to start a franchise with these current wide receivers in the AFC South, out of this 3-tier guys, with D-Hop being one of those guys, are you going to start, bench, or cut one of these guys? Who is going to be starting? Who's going to be benched? Who's going to be cut? As of right now, like no prime, as of right now. It's on the spot, so that's why I'm asking. It's on the spot. I didn't want y'all to be prepared for this
one. Start, bench, cut. I think I'm going. I think I'm gonna go Hopkins. I'm gonna start Hopkins, bench Ridley. No. Yeah. Bench Ridley, cut Pittman.
Ooh.
I think that's what
I'm gonna do. I'm gonna shake it up a little bit. I'm gonna have just exactly how they got it in this order: Ridley, Hopkins, and Pittman. Only because now what's his name got a speed demon on the outside. That man, what you call him, Sunshine? He got Ridley on the outside.
Lawrence?
So yeah, Trevor Law, T-Law. So
I'm
you
starting
said the same as me.
I'm starting Calvin Ridley, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. What I have a trouble with is between Michael Pittman and DeAndre Hopkins, and not because I don't think D-Hop is better, only because what I like to see in a wide receiver. I feel like if I'm already starting Calvin Ridley, he's not as physical as a Michael Pittman like type wide receiver. But also with D-Hop, the man don't drop passes. So
no,
I'm about to roll with y'all on this one. I'm cutting Michael Pittman, but I gotta start Ridley over D-Hop, bro. I gotta start Ridley over D-Hop.
Everybody cutting Pitt.
Yeah, I just feel like he in bad circumstance. Let's just say that he in a bad circumstance. Yeah.
It seemed like the right move.
Yeah. He in a bad circumstance. He going up against some dogs, man. But then again, like he hasn't had adequate quarterback play, right? He hasn't had adequate quarterback play. So, like, do we really fault Pittman? We're gonna see this year when he get, at least some decent quarterback play from AR-15, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so look.
Viral. Hey, hold on. Viral said bold take as of right now. Off the last couple years, start MPJ, bench Ridley, cut D-Hop. Oof.
See, I was like dang near the same way, but cut D-Hop. I was so close to saying cut D-Hop. I ain't gonna lie. All right, so I don't even think I see it up here, but let me put up our quarterback graphic because does make sense to put this up here. We missed it last week, so we couldn't talk about it. So before we segue into the quarterback that we want to talk about, real quickly, graphic shows which quarterback will lead the NFL in passing yards between Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Allen, T. Law, Herbert, or other. And we know that other is not Daniel Jones. So
it's going to have to be. It's going to have to be if the Giants need to do something since they don't want to pay Saquon. So stupid, man.
That's crazy. Who's gonna lead the league? If I'm just going off of these 5 names,
Herbert.
I'm going Herbert, and the only reason why I'm going Herbert is because of his new offensive coordinator. Loves to throw the ball 40, 50 plus times a game. He loves it. And when Dak was going for 4 of that, and I feel like Herbert has a good arm. He's got wide receivers to throw to. You don't necessarily got a running back because I don't even know what the deal is with Austin Eckler. We didn't even bring him up because he wanted to get paid and all of that, and they was telling him to go seek trades and all that. Yeah. So, but either way,
they told that man to go find a home.
Yeah.
Your home is not with us.
Yeah. So I feel like it's going to be Herbert, though. I feel like Kellen Moore is going to have that man throwing the ball heavy every game, and he's built to be able to do it. He's that type of quarterback. So I think it'll be Herbert.
Well, I guess I'll go. I'll say it's going to be that man Lamar Jackson, man. That man Lamar Jackson is going to lead the league in.
That's a damn lie.
He's going to lead the league.
Stop lying on national television. That's a lie. That's a.
Yes. Did you just say Lamar is going to lead the league in passing?
Yep.
That's
yep.
Yes. This man is menacing, bro. Menacing.
I think Lamar's going to have a good year. I could give you he's having a good year if OBJ stays healthy, and if the rookie wide receiver, who is it, Jordan Addison, if he can step up for the Ravens. Who did they draft?
No, they got Zay Flowers, yeah.
Zay
Addison is with Vikings.
Yes. Flowers. If Flowers can have a decent year, I think they'll have a productive year. I can't see him if out of these dudes, I can't see him. I mean, Pat Mahomes, didn't he almost go for 5,000 last year?
Nah, I think Patty did over 5.
Oh, all right. So yes.
Yeah, Patty did over 5.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's a tough take, but okay.
He said he's gonna do it, and I believe my brother. I think he's gonna do it.
Look, I see it as the closest on this list. It's for me. It's 3 guys. It's Trevor Lawrence. It's between Trevor Lawrence, Patrick Mahomes, or that boy Shiesty, right? Joe Burrow. I like what Dino said. That boy Joe Burrow definitely has a good chance to actually throw for the record because he did do 525, right? Against them same Ravens, right? That same Ravens defense.
Hey.
He did 525.
MVP.
But if out of this list, I'm going to put Trevor Lawrence up the highest because when it comes to Joe Burrow, they're going to play cover 2 versus him. If the running game is not what it needs to be, it's going to get around the same what he had last year, 4,600, maybe 48, close to 5. But the one guy who I think has the best chance would be Trevor Lawrence. He's getting a new weapon, and Calvin really been looking good on these videos. We're gonna see when he put them pad and that jersey on. We'll see, but Trevor Lawrence is still gonna be Trevor Lawrence, gunslinger. Second year in Doug Peterson's offense. and you can't technically always run cover 2 against Trevor Lawrence because he does have the ability to put the ball on the ground himself and run the ball himself. And that's a 6'7" dude. You're not about to he's not a Josh Allen, but dude ain't no slouch either. So I definitely got Trevor Lawrence as number 1. Let's say Joe Burrow number 3. I'm at number 2, and then Pat number 3. But Joe and Pat is more like a 2A, 2B kind of situation because either or could go crazy. I just feel like with Patrick Mahomes, he showed you don't gotta have the crazy wide receiver core. The only thing that makes me put Pat under Joe is because Travis Kelce is getting a little bit older. How long is Travis Kelce gonna be dominant in the fashion that he is? And can we really trust Kadarius Toney? Right. Can we really trust Kadarius Toney to stay healthy for a full season? So I don't know. I got T-Law, Joe, and then Pat.
I do like T-Law doing something, Herbert. Especially with Dougie P.
Yeah,
him and Dougie P another year.
What you said about Herbert?
This is what I'm gonna say. The last 5 NFL MVPs, or the last people who has won in the last 5 years is Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes, and Lamar Jackson. He's gonna be out of those 3.
You mean you saying the last 5 years as if it wasn't 5 years ago that he won it?
No, I'm just saying. I'm saying it was the last 5 years.
You're menacing.
The last 5 years.
No, you're menacing, bro.
I'm speaking facts. That's all I'm doing.
Menacing, bro.
The last 5 years is going to be one of them. They have controlled the league. The NFL league of quarterbacks. They have
Lamar, Rodgers, or Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really think Rodgers is in the discussion. I don't think he's in
Rodgers. Now, Rodgers is he got to prove himself.
Nah, but I saw something today, and this I believe this came out of the Packers, facility. But somebody was saying that they basically felt like Aaron Rodgers lost a step, which is why they were fine with sending him. Now, granted, yes, they're going to say that now they're going to try to boost Love and all of that, but at the same time, Aaron Rodgers is not young. He's not getting any.
He ain't no spring chicken now.
Yeah, everything around him is nice and young and all of that, but I think they're going to be competitive. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think that the Jets are going to be out there. The Jets is going to be dependent on their defense heavy. I don't think they're going to be dependent on their offense out there trying to run up the score, because if you're a top passer, that means you have a top scoring offense.
Yeah, that's a fact. Like you're not letting up. You're not letting up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not letting up.
Well, sure. Well, if we're talking about he always try to prove himself against Tom Brady. He can't do it with the rings. But with statistics, Tom Brady threw last year, terrible year, 4,694 yards. The year before that, 5,316 yards. Aaron Rodgers could do that and more. That's all I gotta say.
But look at the weapons that Brady had when he threw for 5,000 yards.
Right.
Yeah.
He had dogs. He had dogs.
And so does what's his name? He got some pups now that's gonna grow into dogs.
Thank you. He got pups, not dogs.
That's a fact, though. But speaking about dogs when they eat, they gotta squat and take poops. I was gonna say something else. There's a PG-friendly show. Speaking of poops, let's talk about the Browns' new uniform. What? This is impromptu. So I got to get your reactions raw and real, right? The Browns just announced that they are wearing an all-white uni. They're actually going to do it 3 times this year. And I'm not going to lie. It looked fresh, but the boys copied their daddy team. Like, literally. They literally copied the Cincinnati Bengals.
It's
not
bad. It's not. It's
not bad. It's clean. It's clean. I'm not gonna lie. It's clean. It's clean.
It don't give me Cleveland Browns though.
It don't give you
right.
And I'm not gonna lie. That's probably the best thing that got going for them. That it don't give you the Browns vibe, right? But look, Byron Agent said, just FYI, they aren't copying the Bengals. History lesson. The Browns was created by the owner that founded the Cincinnati Bengals. All right. So literally, we're not gonna go into that. We're gonna keep it quiet.
Dino said Browns equal puke.
Right? But yeah, nah, I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't the Browns, it may be a different color. This probably will look fresh, kind of give me a nice little college vibe.
I need to see him standing up though. I need to see to see how it really flow.
Right.
It's not terrible though.
No, it do look like the 49ers.
It looked like one of them.
It do look like the 49ers.
Yeah, when you used to be able to create your team on NCAA. That's kind of what it looked like. Nah, that's not too bad. All whites is coming back though.
Yeah, all whites is coming back. Like, how many teams got all white unis right now? Y'all, I don't think the Giants got one.
Nah, Giants got white and red.
No, y'all got white helmets
white.
though.
Oh no, yeah, we don't got
talking about all white. We're talking about white. Hugh said they clean. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's to me, it's clean. It's just I can't see past the poop stain that the brown of what the Browns is. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I can't see past it.
Y'all literally got the toughest division, and the Browns is gonna.
Yo, while we talking about the Browns though, do y'all think Deshaun Watson at the end of this year is in the discussion for top 5 QBs?
Nah,
or
he
top 10
for sure. No, he in top 10 by the end of this year.
Woo!
Top 10.
Yeah.
If that's the case, they got 3 people making it out of their their division.
Nah, but think about it. Like, who's the top 10 quarterbacks? ESPN just put a thing out for top 10. I think top 10 was like number 10 was
Dak.
Kirk Cousins.
No, I thought it was Dak.
That's the old one.
Dak was 9. Now this is recent. Now this was like recently as the other day. ESPN put out a top 10 quarterback list. And then, so number 1, they got, of course, Patrick Mahomes. And then number 2, they got Joe Burrow. And then number 3, they got, what's that guy? Josh Allen. And then
that is fire.
What?
No, what Dino just said. But go ahead.
Yeah, so look, Deshaun can get 10 because after Josh, they got Rodgers, Herbert, Hurts, Lamar at 7, Trevor at 8, Dak at 9, and Stafford at 10. You mean to tell me that
I think Stafford drops out for sure.
Stafford can't get booted out? Yeah.
I think Stafford drops out for sure.
Yeah.
And I think Dak gonna hold strong in the top 10 for sure. I think he could move up because I feel like he's gonna have a bounce back year. I think it's gonna be pretty good.
Dino say you guys like when my Raiders wear white jerseys with silver numbers. I like all clean jerseys, bro. If the jersey is clean, I'm rocking with it. Yeah, I'm rocking with it.
The Raiders, anything the Raiders wear is fire to me. Honestly, I like the black and silver, and white. Like, I like it. Black is.
I like the black and gray jerseys the best though, where it's just the black and the gray. Right?
Mm-hmm.
To me, I like that.
Yep, true.
Because they remind me of like the one jerseys I think that San Fran got. Like, I'm fine with less colors as possible. Like,
right.
We're gonna have to do one where we
rate some jerseys.
Looking at
That'll be fine. On field fits would be fire.
Yeah.
Now, who
and
got
some
that?
of those. Remember when they did
Miami?
some of those like
which NFL team got pink in theirs now or something like that and black?
Pink.
It's like a Miami color.
I don't think no team got pink.
I mean, Miami Heat got that.
Yeah, it looks like that. I thought.
I think you probably seen like a little graphic. You probably seen a little graphic.
No, I'm probably thinking about signing out. No, I'm thinking about baseball.
Probably. But since we're talking about those top 10 quarterbacks, T-Time did bring up Dak Prescott as being moving up from the spot that he's in. And right now, Dak Prescott has making headlines. I'm going to go ahead and let T-Time chime in. And what did Dak Prescott actually say?
So, let's put my boy up on the screen since he's getting disrespected. So, there was a report that came out, and nobody really dug deep into it to figure it out, but everything's just going around where it was a quote that says this is what Dak said. I won't have 10 interceptions this year. So everybody starts going and they're reacting to it. And why would he say something like that? Why would he put that type of pressure on himself? But obviously, what we do in this day and age is no one actually goes to dig and see what actually was said and figure out the full context. We just take a small little part and then everybody takes that and this is what Dak said. And as we know, Dak does not say much of anything in the media. Like he gives you all the straight answers, all of that. So, ESPN and all those big, all the big programs, they was out saying this is what he said. But then Todd Archer came out and said what Dak Prescott actually said from his youth camp when discussing Mike McCarthy's impact on the pass game. He said this: they know where the hell to be. Sorry, you two. Why to be and when they're getting looked at. That's going to be a big jump. I think we won't have those tipped interceptions this year. So he did not say I won't have 10 interceptions. He said we won't have those tipped interceptions, which y'all heard me argue. Out of his 15 interceptions, there's a handful of those interceptions that should have been the wide receiver's fault because it hit them in the hands and then they dropped it and it became an interception. So he's just saying that really he's taking a shot at Kellen Moore if you really look at it. Wide receivers weren't in position. They didn't know what they were doing a lot of the times. So it was a lot going on. So he definitely said he did not say 10 interceptions. He said tipped interceptions. What's your thoughts?
I don't know if he said tip. Nah. Everywhere it says 10. Like everywhere. Hey, whatever the case may be, still gonna be Prescott. That's all I can really say.
That's saying he's gonna be Prescott is
boy gave no substance at all. Like
he's gonna be a top 10
every
quarterback.
place is saying that he said 10.
Look, the way I see it is, I understand. He said no tipped interceptions. All right, cool. I feel like tipped interceptions, whether a wide receiver is there on place or not, once you get your hands on the ball, bro, you have to catch the ball. And whether you were in the wrong place or not, the quarterback got the ball to you. You have to catch the ball. I mean, it is just his. That's what you get paid for. He gets paid to throw you the ball. He threw it to your hands. They get tipped. That's on you. So I can see what he's saying, especially like a dig at Kellen by saying that put these guys in the right place. I feel like, wide receivers are going to go where they need to go, depending on what defense is going to allow and what they're going to try to take away. So can always predict that they're going to consistently be where they need to be. But, of course, you want to be in a rough area, right? And it's going to be interesting because I did see something because I was looking at some fantasy charts and they were saying wide receivers that have an upside to be the number one wide receiver. And then it has CeeDee Lamb on the list. And some of the negatives that they put was the fact that he's going to be playing with a new offensive play caller and stuff like that, which is understandable. Every time you get a new system, it's going to be a little rocky, whether that's at the beginning or throughout the season when there are situations where X, Y, and Z. The only thing that I am fearful about, I think that Prescott is going to be – I think he's going to do well. The only thing I'm fearful about is since the play calling is going back to Mike McCarthy or Mike McCarthy is calling the plays, he's not a good game manager at that. So if he has to manage and call the plays, I feel like he needs – I think the Rams got somebody where they always pulling on Sean McVay to tell him what the situation is. Hire one of those people, you're going to be good money. But to talk about the 10 interceptions, even if it was a false narrative of him saying he won't get 10 interceptions, I mean, let's be realistic. We live in a passing league now. Why quarterbacks are throwing over 600 times a year. They're gonna throw more than 10 interceptions. It just is what it is. Like,
that's why I'm like, oh.
I think the days of throwing less than 10 interceptions, I think those days is over. Yes, Dak has done it a few times in his career. If you look back at it, he didn't have a lot of receptions. I mean, a lot of attempts.
Interceptions,
right?
Yeah.
So when the times that he had low interceptions, He didn't have a lot of attempts. Now, one year he did have over almost 600 attempts, where he did less than 10 interceptions. I think that was the year Zeke was also going off too. So it kind of plays hand in hand. But just like our conversation in the beginning, running backs aren't what they used to be. So we rely on quarterbacks more and more. If your quarterback get 10 interceptions or more, it's not the end of the world, bro. The Cowboys were still in the playoffs and still had a chance to advance to the NFC Championship. So it's not like it's the end of the world if your quarterback throws more than 10 interceptions. Let's be honest.
And this is the thing. So Q and Dino both said the same thing, that these other media outlets just ran with the first quote, which the 10 was attractive, and it's the thing that everybody does. Oh, it's the Cowboys.
Even
but it's
Patrick
like my thing is, and my thing is, it's like, yo,
Lamar Jackson didn't.
Let's figure out the real thing. Like, let's figure it out. And regardless of Lamar, if you look at, like you were saying, B-Rob, if you look
Danny
at Dak's
Dimes
stats, Danny Dimes is terrible. That's a fact.
Yo, stop responding to this man, bro.
All right. So
because this dude said Lamar didn't even throw for more than 330 times. Like, come on, son.
Right.
Let him double that even at 14. Like, stop.
But look at Dak. In 2021, since we only want to talk about Dak in 2022, in 2021, Dak threw for 4,449 yards. He had 37 touchdowns. He had 10 interceptions. So we can't act like, and then the year before that, he had 4 interceptions, but that was the year he got hurt. But then the year before that, he had 11, and the year before that, he had 8. So it's not like Dak is just out here throwing crazy interceptions. So it doesn't make sense. And the fact that everyone wants to take a shot at Dak with all those interceptions, but they still made the playoffs and they still advanced to the second round. And honestly, they still had a chance to advance to the NFC Championship. So those interceptions don't matter. Seeing that Matt Stafford threw for, I think it was over 20 interceptions a year, that they won the Super Bowl. So the interception thing doesn't really make a big difference. It's not that serious.
The thing that irritates me is the golden child of the NFL that they try to make Josh Allen to be. The man has not threw for less than 10 interceptions in the last couple of years. Don't nobody scoff at that. Even when he had Dable, he threw more interceptions than he threw last year. So let's be honest, bro. Like I said, we live in a passing league. Quarterbacks are going to throw the ball at least almost 590 times. That's normal now. Bro, they're going to throw more than 10 interceptions. Guess what? It ain't the end of the world because they putting almost up 30 points a game.
Exactly.
Come on, son.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just like, my thing with this whole conversation is just that people just ran with something, and it's clear because the guy right above me was like, "Oh, all I ever seen was that he just said 10 interceptions." That doesn't mean that it's real. That doesn't mean that's what he said.
They quoted it from him. It was a quote.
They didn't quote it from him.
They can quote anything from anyone. Stop it, bro.
I'm just saying it was a quote from the man himself.
Did you hear it? Did you hear it with your own ears?
It was the reporter that was there at the youth camp.
No. But did you hear it with
the
your
same
own ears?
reporter that you said? Did you hear it with your own ears that he didn't say that? No.
The reporter that wrote the story is the one that came out and said he didn't say that. So yes, there you go.
I said another reporter that was there that said he did.
Oh my God.
It was a one-on-one conversation. How do you? This is what I'm talking about. Fake news.
My boy talking about the fly on the wall reporter.
Yeah, he just making stuff up. He don't even no research and has no clue of what he's talking about. Oh my goodness! All right, you know what? You remind me of the last president. More importantly, though,
hey, if I could bring gas prices down, please. Shoot.
The NFL's a passing league. You're going to throw interceptions. Interceptions it's not really that big of a deal. It just comes down to, for what I'm seeing in Dallas, is that we have a team that is on the same page. The wide receivers are on the same page as the quarterback. The quarterback is on the same page as the offensive coordinator. The running game has a more impact of the game, where it's a more consistent, where on running downs, we're actually running the ball, not throwing the ball. So all of those different things matter. So that's what it comes down to. That's all it takes. And it is what it is.
This is
look. The man didn't say.
man.
I don't even think the man said the word. Never mind.
This is via whoever Gabriel, whatever his name is, the fourth star
Gabriel
Telegram. Yeah, whatever it is. He said that. That's what he said, and he put it in quotes. But this is from Pro Football Talk. Maybe they not right, but that's what I see. That's what I see. I don't know.
So Todd Archer. So you saying Todd Archer is lying?
Somebody lying.
Just not the guy that you
I would like to hear Dak Prescott come on and say, I did not say that. Once he could solve all of this and say, I did not say that. But he won't.
Okay.
He won't.
I'm sure he will. There's no reason to. You see, there's nothing to really talk about when it comes to it. Even if he throws 10 interceptions, we've seen quarterbacks get to the Super Bowl who threw more than 10 interceptions in a year. So what does interceptions really matter?
Shoot, look at Pat Mahomes.
You're talking about a quarterback who is ranked for one of the lowest turnover ratios. You're talking about Dak Prescott for his total career is one of the lowest ranked. So this 1 year, 15 interceptions doesn't mean anything. It's not that big of a deal. For me, I'd be more concerned that my running back who is he takes up 40% of the offensive plays. I'd be more concerned that he didn't get paid rather than Dak Prescott throwing interceptions.
Waller is going to take
threw
up
15
interceptions
and still ran the NFC.
He's gonna get 30% of those plays now, Darren Waller.
Q said, I listed the article from Ramon's source, which said Dak was misquoted.
I didn't see nobody listing the article, but I just looked at the article. I pulled it up.
Man, stop it, man.
I didn't type that myself.
Look, at the end of the day, whether he said it or he didn't say it, bro, it's not a big deal, bro.
No, it's not. It's not. I care less.
It's not a big deal.
I'm just
sadly though, y'all can be fighting for fourth in the division without y'all running back.
They the favorites for the fourth.
I said favorites, that we winning 5 to 6 games once if we don't got Saquon. I said it.
That's tough, man. I feel bad for Saquon because he really did. He
deserves the money.
Earned
That's
it.
exactly free Saquon. That's why he right back there. Free Saquon.
He definitely deserved it, but
he gotta stay back there because he ain't getting paid. So
it's too late now to get paid.
He ain't gonna get paid next year
either.
Yeah, he gonna get paid next year, not from us though.
Somebody gonna pick him up and pay him. We about to close this out, but it just makes me wonder. Like, I feel like Ezekiel Elliott and his representatives, they kind of screwed him too then, because the whole thing with Zeke was he thought his representatives told him that he was going to be able to get more money, so not to take what Dallas was offering him, and now he don't even got nowhere to go play.
Because if they ain't gonna pay them two, you think he about to get paid $10 million? No.
Yeah. So he should have took whatever Jerry was offering at that point.
Yeah,
that's tough, man. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, we're getting a lot closer. Have y'all figured out what games y'all going to?
I'm going to the Buffalo Giants game.
Going to that one, okay.
Yeah, I gotta
put it early in the season too.
Yeah, I'm planning to take me a quick day trip to a Pittsburgh game at least, and then I'm trying to get out to the Jags game myself. So
yeah. I'm we're supposed to be going to the Jets game. Them tickets is looking a little pricey.
Nah.
So I don't know about
that. It's Aaron Rodgers.
To Buffalo.
Jets. It's Aaron Rodgers. Yes, that's why, bro.
I might be watching that one from home, but it's a couple games: the Seattle game, Detroit, the New England game. Some of those look a little bit cheaper.
Look, football is gonna be exciting, man. I can't wait to watch it, bro.
The New England game won't be bad. That's just a 5-hour drive.
Where to New England?
To New England.
I'll take the trip.
No, I think no. New England isn't that. That's a
Dallas game. Oh,
yeah. I've only been looking at those. I mean, I'm definitely gonna go to the Buffalo one with you, and we'll see.
I definitely might go to the Buffalo one myself.
Well, if we don't got Saquon, I'm wear
my Cincy gear too. Just cause.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm
I
wearing
gotta wear my
Cowboys
Swissy
gear
gear,
for that.
too. Yeah, because
I'm
I'm
definitely
I'm
wearing
there
Cowboys.
on a scouting trip.
Yeah, right. Yo,
I'm there on a scouting
AJ
trip.
Austin, you trying to go? You trying to go to that one? We could go to the one in Dallas.
Austin ain't going to those.
He ain't going. You know, Austin got to get out. Got to get out to Gillette Stadium at home, and he's near Gillette Stadium, so he got to get there first. Like,
Man, now we going on a tour this year. We trying to go see these games.
It's a must. It's a
we
must.
definitely doing that. Yeah, but listen, y'all know what it is. This is your favorite crew on YouTube, on Facebook. We all over the place. It's the Super Biased Sports Show. This is a place where a fan can be a fan, no matter how biased their takes are. This is our Tuesday night live stream. We'll be back here next week. Y'all catch up with us. It's your boy B-Rob, the Bonnet, Tea Time. We'll catch you on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.